All right, so let's talk about problem finding attitude. So in the last video, if you have seen, I was focusing on is the importance of finding the problems to the T. Is so critical that most of us, and I said most of us, fail to identify the real problem. We are so solution oriented nowadays that we want to speak to talk about solution. We never want to talk about the problems. One of my mentors specifically stated, if you cannot state a problem in a single line, you are not aware of the problem itself. So you need to be so crisp and clear about the problem that you are having, not the symptoms. Remember, not the symptoms, but the problem. And once the problem is identified, then you need to be obnoxiously curious about finding the solutions of that problem. But are you really finding out the solution of the right problem first? So you see lots of failure stories all across the projects that we are working on. Either customer is unhappy, either stakeholders are not feeling good. We are so tactically focused in our day-to-day operations that we sometimes even do not ask what the customer real problem is. So we really need to get out of this tactical thought process and get into the mode of consulting thought process. Get yourself into the shoes of a customer and ask what exactly customer is trying to do with this feature or with this solution. What he's trying to build, what is the problem that we are trying to solve. And if you can state it clearly and crisp and precisely in a single statement, it means you have done the first job. The next step begins when you have identified the problem. And I was reading one book, and I just made a note out of that as well. It says, if you say like there would be most successful people, out of that, what would be the 1% trait of all the successful people? And there are 7 traits which are really good to know. First thing, they keep on talking to the strangers every day, every time. Talk to the strangers, talk to new people, talk to customer, talk to identify new problems. That's one thing. Secondly, they always work on their energy management. They always work on raising up their energies. And we'll talk about it like how we can do that, but that's one point. Third point is they're constantly learning about new things, new ideas, new books, new podcasts. And that's the trait of the leader, right? Like without having the right information, how are you even growing? That's one thing. Fourth point, as I said, obnoxiously curious about finding out the solution of the problem. And then keep on asking for the feedback. You, me, anybody, they make mistakes. So we have to keep asking about the feedback, where we are going wrong, how we can improve, how can we improvise. And that's the mindset. Sixth point is they measure everything. Everything is all about data. Nothing is left out for chance. Everything is data. We measure all the lead and lag indicators and see whether we are progressing towards our goal or we need to improve week by week. And we'll talk about it in our upcoming sessions as well. And they are, in the last point, they are really, really huge action oriented. So they keep on performing daily rituals, they keep on performing actions which are taking them closer to the goals, what they have set for themselves. So, bottom line, problem identification is the number one trait of a leader that we need to work on. Next time, don't fall for that victim attitude. Always look out for the problem that we are dealing in. And that's where the self-awareness starts. There are lots of problems that you are dealing with yourself that you need to be aware of as well. Are you really asking the right question? Or are we still blaming the other people, the environment, the politics, the bosses, the colleagues and everybody across us? Everybody who are around us, we are just keep on blaming them. Before moving to the external sources, ask yourself, is the problem lies within you? Is this something that you need to change that can take you to the next path of success? Think about it. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.